Kevin's keynote speech was both inspiring and entertaining, and we received positive feedback from all the participants after the event.
Kevin's training style is very energetic. It's an amazing thing to watch him go through this program.
Kevin delivered a couple of keynote speeches during the conference, and he has a very engaging speaking style, lots of humor, lots of action and activity while he's speaking, and that helped to really engage the audience, and we appreciated that.
Retail Council of Canada uses a lot of speakers, but the reason why we're enamored with Kevin is because of his substance and style. He has both. He just gets it.
Kevin Graff is a renowned keynote speaker who specializes in driving retail performance. With over 20 years of experience, Kevin has earned his reputation as one of the best speakers in his industry across North America.
I don't actually believe for retail that there's a labor shortage out there. Now, before you throw anything, let me explain to you exactly what I mean. And you need to consider two very important statistics. Think for a minute about a standard regional shopping center. How many employees do you think work in that mall? 2, 3, and in the larger ones, 4,000 people. So let's take this number down. Let's say it's 2,000 people. Just remember that for one quick moment. What's the typical turnover rate of staff in most retail stores? It's abysmal. 50, 60, 70, 80% in some cases. Now, start to combine those two numbers. If I have 2,000 people working in the mall, even if only 50% of them are going to leave their jobs this year, that means that 1,000 retail employees with experience will be looking for work in your mall this year. 90% of them will stay working in retail. That's 900. How many do you need to hire for your store? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Are you telling me you can't get 10 out of 900 people to come and work for you? There's not a labor shortage. It's not easy. But what it speaks to is that if you're on your heels, if you're using traditional approaches to actually go and recruit your staff, you're going to fail miserably. Because everybody else is out there doing it. And there's no sense crying about this thing. Think about this. Your merchants, your marketers, when a new competitor enters the marketplace, when they cut prices or they build a bigger, better box than you've got right now, what do? When they start stealing all of your customers, do you just go, oh no, I can't find any customers, and you close your doors? No, you re-strategize. You find a new and a better way of being able to go to market. You improve your offer. Recruiting is the same thing. If everybody else is stealing your staff or is more competitive than you are in the marketplace, you need to find a better way to go out and get these people. That's recruiting, and it can be done.
And very few speakers or trainers surprised me or shocked me, and Kevin did. I walked into this seminar at our store conference, and he had the CEOs, the senior executives, standing, jumping, holding hands, stretching. I was in shock. I stood on the back and I just couldn't believe it. And I thought, only Kevin could do this.
Well, I would say that Kevin's training is high energy, motivational, and he adds a touch of humor, which really makes the training memorable for all of the participants.
Kevin has nice shoes and he's really tall and he dresses very nicely, but his high energy level is it's genuine, because I've seen him off stage and I've seen him on stage, and I think the energy that he projects on stage is the real thing.
I hate following him. I like to go first. I usually get up there, get my stuff out of the way, and then go, okay, here's Kevin.
Who would take me up on what I refer to as the $5 challenge? And here's how this would work. If you're prepared to take me up for it, is what I'll do is I'll just randomly call one of your stores. Whoever picks up the phone, I mean, you're obviously hoping I'm going to get your manager. I'm hoping I'm going to get part-time Susie, who just started yesterday. And I'm going to ask her a simple question. I'm going to say, Susie, what's your sales target for today? Or if you don't have individual sales targets, I'll just say, what's the store sales target for today? How many of you would take me up on the $5 challenge? If she gets the answer right, I give you $5. If not, you give me $5. Okay, so there's problem number one. There's hardly anybody in this room that's prepared to take me up on the $5 challenge. Do you recognize the problem that that creates? Both in terms of driving performance, but even more importantly, take a look at it from a management perspective, your credibility. You set this sales target in place, yet nobody's really paying attention to it. And then take a look at how this manifests itself in terms of the performance that you get out of your staff every single day. And let's take this to the reality. Let's say that you're running a store. Let's walk through this. Your store closes at 9 o'clock at night. It's 8 o'clock. You do a sales read at 8 o'clock. You're at $9,000. How's the day going so far? Well, you don't know, and I certainly don't know, because we don't have a target in place. More importantly, your staff don't know. A few more customers come, a few more customers go. We sell a couple hundred more bucks. It's $830. We're at $9,200. How are we doing? Again, you don't know, and I don't know. Now, what happens in most retail stores starting at 8:30 at night to the service levels in the store? They start to go down. They become abysmal. It's shocking how many stores actually have their doors partway closed, 10 minutes to, because these people have a life. They got to get out of there. So inevitably service levels go down in that environment. We end the day, we do $9,300. How did we do? You don't know and I don't know. So let's roll forward to the next weekend. We start the day, we have a sales target of $10,000. 8 o'clock comes around, we are at $9,000. How are we doing? We got $1,000 left to do. What happens to the general drive of your sales staff out in the store when they know there's $1,000 left? It picks up. 8:30 comes around, we're at $9,200. How are we doing? We got $800 left to do. Now, I don't know how you manage your stores. The way I used to manage my stores, a little short mini staff meeting at 8:30 at night. I look at my staff and say, guys, we're at $9,200. The goal today, $10,000. We're short $800. Let's pick it up, because at the end of the day, whatever we're short, staff purchases. We can refund these things tomorrow, but we're going to hit our sales target today. That's getting your staff focused and driving towards achieving their sales goals. Anything less than that, completely and utterly unacceptable, and you're leaving money on the table every single day.
From a proven successful repertoire of hot retail topics designed to drive you and your revenue to the top, to a tailor-made presentation with your unique needs in mind, Kevin Graff is guaranteed to raise the roof at your next special event.
The daunting question that I ask every retailer, that I ask all of my clients, is simply this: how long can a poor performer last on your schedule? How long? How long can you put up with these people costing you sales, not just today, but in terms of losing customers day after day after day? If you don't have a definitive answer for how long they can last, you're essentially lowering the bar on everybody in your store. You've reduced the standard by which everybody else must play to. Think about this, because I have to prove this point for you. How many of you live in a home where you have to put the garbage to the curb once a week? All right, that's most of you. Okay, so out of the 52 weeks of the year that they actually come to pick up your garbage, how often do you get it to the curb on time? All the time, right? Exactly. I mean, one of the things that defines us, I've discovered from coast to coast, as Canadians, we've got this nailed. We are fundamentally brilliant at putting the garbage out to the curb. Now, think about this. In this scenario, it would never happen in your neighborhood, that's for sure. Let's say that garbage day is Tuesday, and it stays Tuesday in this story that I'm going to tell you. But your city council is sitting around one night, and they've got a little extra money, and they sit around, and they're talking about it, and they decide for whatever reason, they say, look, garbage day is Tuesday, leave it Tuesday. But what we want you to do is send the truck around on Wednesday, too, just in case somebody forgot to put their garbage out. When would you start putting out your garbage? On Wednesday. Right. Tax returns due at the end of April. What if it was the end of May? Right? End of June, end of July, end of August. We get away with what we can. If we don't insist that our staff achieve our sales targets, they're going to give us something less. So let's talk about how we can actually go about increasing the levels of accountability, and in the process, not just drive performance, improve morale, reduce turnover, and ultimately improve customer satisfaction. Let's get started.
Kevin Graff has a high energy level, and he works so well with all individuals in the room. He really gets the most out of everybody, and it's quite fun to watch somebody who comes in there meek and mild and really turns out to be a leader at the end of the program.
I wish I had the energy to be Kevin, but I can't.
It's pretty much impossible to sum up Kevin Graff in a sentence.